Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my tier list now for the EMEA Stage 1. And let's just get right into it because there has been some couple changes we need to talk about. First off, I guess, was Fnatic. Fnatic, they are still staying in S tier. Even if they did struggle a bit in the kickoff tournament, I think they still did alright. And I think they're still S tier in my opinion. They haven't changed. They have not changed anything as becoming to stage 1. So I still think that they're definitely still in S tier. Na'Vi is a bit of a different story. I don't really know what to really say about Na'Vi because they're just a weird team. Obviously, they did win against BBL. They won against Team Liquid convincingly, but then they lost against Heretics. I will probably also have to say that Na'Vi will also stay in S tier, but that could obviously change. But Na'Vi, they're probably now in like the bottom of S tier in my opinion. However, the next team, FUT Esports, they are in a very much different story. What happened to this team? To be fair, they did lose against the two teams that made it to Masters Madrid, Heretics and Karma Core. But I just need to see more of it. I don't think they have many changes. I don't think. I think Sway was always on the team. I think at the very beginning of the season, so there wasn't any changes there. But it just wasn't really any changes. I think I'm probably gonna maybe move them a bit down to A. I still think they're probably A tier, but to be fair, they were beaten by both Madrid teams, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And they just won against Giant X, which I'll get into them pretty soon. But either way, I still think they are probably still an A tier team. They just kind of struggled against Heretics and Karma and Core. Next up is Team Vitality. And I don't know what to really say about Team Vitality. They're just just like Na'Vi. They're a bit of a weird team. I mean, they have some great pieces now. I think Trex, with now him full-time in the lineup, is great to see. Sender as the IGL, which is amazing to see. Runner, he has been phenomenal. Kicks, he's also a great young player as well. He's been also really good. And Safe can basically flex onto anything. I think Vitality probably still will be A tier. I'm not really too sure. They're a bit of like a weird team that could really be anywhere, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know. It's strange. I probably will just keep Vitality maybe an A. I think S and A are probably gonna be exactly the same in my opinion. But I just don't know because they lost against both Madrid teams. Vitality, they lost against Fnatic and Karma Core, another Madrid team. So I'm not really surprised by the results. It's just that, I mean, when they went up against like Gentleman's, for example, I expected them to win. When they went up against Koi, I expected them to win. So it's kind of like where I expected them to be in like an A tier, in my opinion. Next up is Team Liquid. And just like the rest, Team Liquid is kind of where I expected them to be. Maybe not really worse than Koi. That was something I was not expecting to see, that they were going to struggle against Koi. Once again, like most of these teams, they did not make any single change. But I think they're probably going to be the bottom of B tier, in my opinion. They are on the verge of going down to C tier, but I think B is still probably where they're at. But they have just struggled in the kickoff. We'll see how they go in stage 1, though. I mean, I think they are the first team, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see how that goes. Giant X. What a fucking mess. I mean, seriously, what a mess. Now, they didn't make a change here. Nuki is now gone. And in comes Purpo. Now, I think Purpo is going to be the full-time duelist. Vitinho is going to move over to Flex. Interesting. I think Vitinho has mainly been a Flex, but obviously I might be wrong. But I'm not really too sure. But I have to give maybe Giant X go down to C. I mean, they didn't impress me that much. They struggled against Karma Core, which as I expected. They struggled against FUT, which I expected, but I didn't really. I needed more from Giant X. Yes, they were up against a very tough team, but now that they're gonna be up against all the teams, I want to see more from this team. I mean, I would love to see what Purpo brings to the table. I want to see his impact, especially Redgar. He's kind of been struggling as well. And, I mean, the whole Giants team hasn't really been, where I expect them to be. So, I need to see a bit more, I'll be honest, from the entirety of this team. Now, next up is Carmichael, and Carmichael definitely belongs in S tier in my opinion. I mean, from them to make it to Masters Madrid, where everyone was just like, oh, this team will be alright. They're not gonna make it to Madrid. They might maybe make it maybe to Shanghai or to Champions. I don't think they can make it to Madrid, and they made it to Madrid. They won as well against Team Heretics in the grand final. They won against Fnatic in the semifinals. They have to be in S tier, and I think that's where they absolutely deserve to be. Are they maybe the best team in EMEA? Probably, I think so. But it's gonna be close between them and Fnatic, in my opinion. I think Na'Vi, there needs to be pieces still there for Na'Vi. They can't really have like the same FPX core that they've been running for a while. They need some new flair into it. They need some flavor. They need some new players or something. And Carmichael coming in to to challenge Fnatic is amazing to see. I mean, Magnum, he showed that he's a great IGL. Martin can flex into anything. Tomazi was amazing. Norate, he's just nutty. And Shin, he's maybe the player that I am most impressed about, considering that he was a part of the shitty 2023 team, and now he's with this amazing 2024 team, and he was the best player in my opinion in last year's team. And with Zaishi still in the lineup, which he just played, I think Fisty, I think he's now new into the team. Aang as a head coach is amazing to see. I'm so excited to see how Carmichael goes. Gentlemates, they are a very tough team. When they only lost against one team, that being Team Vitality. I didn't really expect much from this team. I put them B because Gentlemates was such an unknown quantity. And they also they also kept everyone. I mean, Bayers is still the IGL. Takas is still the duelist, I believe. So they kind of haven't really made any changes. I think Nathan, I think he's still like controller. Sentinel, I'm pretty sure. It's like they haven't made any changes. Like there's been nothing. And with them to only lose against Team Vitality, I'm not really too sure. I'll probably maybe move them down to C. I don't know. Gentlemates is so weird because they only lost against one team, and I mean they were very competitive here. I mean they were competitive at Sunset, not really on much on Lotus, but here in the second rematch they were very competitive on Breeze and Lotus, and Sunset I kind of just fell off just like in this one. But Sunset was very close here, so. What was the change there? I'm not really too sure, but Gentleman is such a weird team that I don't know if I should put them in C, like top of C, or put them in the bottom of B. If so, then why is Giant X down? I don't know. I mean, it's so chalked. I generally don't. I'll probably maybe put them in C, maybe top of C. I generally don't know. That's such a weird team. I generally have no idea. BBL, and is this team maybe the worst team in EMEA? Probably. To be fair to BBL, they did make some changes. Not really on the player's side, but on the coaching side. Element, who I think formerly was a coach for Mandatory, I believe, he's now joined, and also Megwanka, who I think was a coach for UCAM Esports or Case Esports, one of the Spanish orgs, I'm pretty sure. He is now on the analyst role. I thought he was a coach apparently, but no, he's an analyst. I don't know if that's going to really change much. I like Element in. I like Megwanka in. That's great to see. But I think they're probably maybe D tier. I just think they are now the worst team in EMEA. Team Heretics. Heretics are also a bit weird. I mean, they won against Na'Vi. They actually won against Carmichael in the group stage, but then lost to them in the grand final. The issue with Heretics I have in this stage especially is that Miniboo, he's going to be off for a bit because of studies and school. And I don't think Wooch is going to be playing. I think he might be having visa issues or something. I'm not really too sure. But I know Patatek, he's going to be staying on with the team, which is amazing to see because he deserves it. I just don't know about this team. Like, they're just a weird, iffy team. They're like all over the place. I kind of want to put them in A for some reason. Like, I'm not really I'm not discounting their win against Na'Vi. I just want to say that. I'm not discounting them. It's just from what I've been seeing on the news about Team Heretics coming to stage 1, and with Miniboo possibly going, missing some matches because of study, and Wood, I'm pretty sure I saw something that he also has visa issues. I don't know how good this team is going to be. in stage 1. So they're definitely going to be moved up, maybe to A, in my opinion. Maybe to the top of A, maybe. But I'm a bit skeptical about Team Heretics just because of all the movements happening inside of the team. And the final one is Koi. And Koi surprised me. I mean, they won against BBL. They won against Team Liquid, but then they lost against Vitality and Carmine Core. But they were very, very impressive. Apologies for that. Very, very impressive. I mean, Saros as the IGL was great to see. Kama has some great moments. Shadow was also very good, very consistent. Grabiner was also really good. Shados, a much better looking Shados. Definitely reminds me of Gambit Shados, in my opinion. Also having ROZ as the coach was great to see as well. Barbar still as the coach, which is great. I think this team could be very solid. I think they definitely are better than Team Liquid, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Considering that they also beat Team Liquid as well. Very close game, though. So, I think they are definitely up there with Team Liquid. I don't think they're as better as Team Vitality or Ford or Team Heretics, I believe. But they definitely are in a B tier team, in my opinion. So, that's really about it for me. And obviously, remember, like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel. Comment down below as well on where you would rank all these EMEA teams as well, and if you also think I am very, very wrong. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.